So Varanasi is the only what exists?
Now,
Yes.
yes. So in this second chapter, Master has described all these events of all these people how they worked out this Ayurvedic science for the people, and they brought so many things. And this the son of Dhanvantari, after Dhanvantari it was Ketumanta who was the ruler of this. So this Ketumanta also, he was patronizing all this wisdom and especially this Ayurvedic science. And his son was Bhimaratha. The successor of Ketumanta.
There is no link with the ranking.
It comes. Yes, that will be linked to this. And this Bhima, at the time of Bhimaratha, there was another Rishi called Chavana. He was also an adept in Ayurvedic science. He was working with Bhimaratha. And these together, they developed also another type of rasayana procedure. And you know the amla fruits. Amla fruits. Now we have in India. One of the ingredients of Triphala churna. Amla is very important. It's called amalaki fruit. That is so this amla, it is a seasonal fruit. It is for 3 to 4 months you will have these fruits. So these two developed a special rasayana that during this time, before this, for one year they leave their house and they live in a big place where all this full of these amla trees. So they live in this garden of amla trees for 1 year, and the whole year they live only drinking cow's milk. Yeah? So there is no other food, only drinking cow's milk. They have so many cows, taking care of the cows, living under these trees, not in the houses, and drinking only cow's milk for 1 year. And then the last part of the year, that is the season of these amla fruits. And for 40 days, every morning at the time of sunrise, they used to go over the tree and locate very ripe fruit of this amla and hold it in their hands and utter Oms 1000 times, Om. Uttering Om 1000 times. After completing uttering Om 1000 times at that time, then they pluck this ripe fruit and eat it. So like this 40 days. And when they complete this 1 year, their whole constitution is rejuvenated. That they found it.
So there are different rasayanas.
Yes.
They did it, the Oms, they did it for 4 months or for 1 year?
Not studying this
the last 40
procedure.
days.
The last
This is last 40 days.
Last
The last
40
Uttering the
days.
Om is last 40 days. With
1000
the ripe
times.
fruit of this amla. This is called Amalaka Rasayana.
A bit softer than the Soma Hi-Fi
It is softer.
when you are peeling off.
It is softer, but
Efficient.
But
softer.
harder to do.
For 1 year you have to.
Harder to do.
For 1 year you must. You have no other work. For 1 year you have to be in the garden of these trees, and now you have to completely dedicate to that.
Not easy to provide.
Are there still people doing this now?
At the moment, very rare. Because now people are modernized, you know. They don't. For the present generation, all this appears his olden days.
We prefer reincarnation.
Not reincarnation, medicating.
Reincarnation.
Now people say that we have so many medicines, so we can take some medicine instead of this.
Yeah.
And this Chavana, he has also invented a type of a recipe which is very good for the maintenance of the health, and that recipe was named after him, which is called Chavanaprasa.
Chavanaprasa.
Yeah. So this recipe was named after him, Chavana.
So exists encore.
Yes,
All the
Chavanaprasa.
You can find it everywhere.
Yes, Chavanaprasa is now very famous.
Yeah, I got it a couple
Yeah.
of years ago from an Ayurvedic
Yes.
doctor.
If
we
you-
have it also.
Every morning with the empty stomach, if you take
A spoon.
a big spoonful of this, followed by a cup of milk, keeps your constitution in a very good condition.
Is it compatible with homeopathy?
Yes, very much compatible, yes.
No chemicals.
No chemicals.
No chemicals.
No, not at all.
It is also with the same amla.
The main ingredient is amla. With amla and
No
also many,
spices or
no,
When you buy this here in Geneva.
Ja, ja.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
it is sweet and then it's cardamom.
Muss aber schon.
Cardamom.
Cardamom. Allemaal een stal.
this
Behind the stal.
These little pots there.
It's easy to find here.
Oh yes, now
Can you get it here?
Yes,
Yeah.
in pharmacy.
Here?
in Ayurvedic.
Oh, the Yap is selling some.
Yeah.
Yap, yes.
Yeah, this is this one.
Goed even heftig.
But
And
you
now-
can find in some
yeah.
pharmacy.
And now
Yeah.
Kutir is also producing.
Huh?
Now we are also producing Kutir.
You are producing.
Yes.
And Yap is buying from you?
Not yet, but
Because I know he sells them.
yes, this is from Dabur. But now we are also producing. I have trained him. He makes Chavanaprasa now. It is a difficult process, but
By hand?
yeah, by hand, completely by hand.
With this,
We bring all these herbs. First we have to bring, because there are about 40 types of herbs. We have to identify them, bring them.
Some we cannot buy.
Some we
We
cannot
have
buy,
to
some we have to
identify.
bring
you
them
have to go
ourselves. We have to
and
go
find
and
them,
find them from some box, from them. So this is a big procedure. And now processing them, we have to process them. So I learned it from my grandfather. And then I trained him in making this. Now since last 1.5 years, he is making this Chavanaprasa. Without my help, he can make it.
Your help is here.
So this Chavanaprasa is since that time, since Chavana, first he invented this.
He's sitting on it. Yeah. There's a picture. Is there a picture of him?
No,
Ah, no.
This is made in England, huh?
it is some Rishi, they make Ayurvedic, so some Rishi.
This? No, I think this comes from India.
From India. It comes from India, from Dabur.
Yeah.
UAA. What is it?
Yeah, here in the Indian shop you can buy.
UAE.
Here? United
Geneva.
Arab Emirates.
Huh?
Where
Maybe-
is a good Indian
United
shop in
Arab
Geneva?
Maybe through-
It is in
Product
the...
from
It is on
marketed by
the, the
now
micro
it's-
intercept.
That is different subject
And you go
marketing.
to the other side, the other small
Yes.
road parallel to the serviette.
They are not producing.
You go, and this is the serviette. This
Yeah.
is
Producing
Yeah.
Dabur is very big
and
company.
then there is-
Yes, yes.
Okay, but they are
Yeah. Yes. This is the producer, Dabur.
Dabur
They
is
have their branch here there.
So you can get there.
It's not so.
It's a good one. It's a good place.
Yeah, yeah. They have fresh Indian products nearly every day.
you can keep for years, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yes.
It keeps
Yeah.
the paste.
Yes.
but there is only
You keep it in the fridge.
one care to be taken, not to touch it with wet spoons.
Ah, wet.
Mm,
And not
because-
with metal also?
with metal.
Metal is
Metal is
okay,
better,
but
better to avoid metal also.
anyhow moisture should not be touched.
Moisture should not go inside.
No water. Otherwise
Yes.
it will ferment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fermentation. Yeah.
You can open it, it smells very nice.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's good.
It's empty already.
So this Bhimaratha, this king Bhimaratha and Chavana, these two together, they worked so much in the field of Ayurveda also. Because it has come from one generation to another generation like that.
What's going on?
And then Bhimaratha's
Hello?
son,
Yeah?
he was called Divodasa.
I cannot speak to you now, we have a seminar here.
This Bhimaratha's son was
Who is this?
Divodasa. The successor of Bhimaratha
Oh, okay,
was Divodasa.
okay. So, I think
Who was it?
Valerian Kolbeck.
And before was Michael? Michael who?
Before?
Yeah, who called before?
This was, no, this was our
Michael?
old friend in Worcester.
So this Divodasa was the successor and the ruler of
Uh-huh.
this kingdom, son of Bhimaratha. And this Divodasa was the contemporary of Shantanu.
That's,
Now you can see.
Okay.
And repeat.
This Divodasa was the contemporary of Shantanu, the father of Bhishma.
But contemporary.
Contemporary.
Same
Because
age.
Shantanu was the ruler of the big area. Because that the capital of the kingdom of Shantanu was Hastina. Hastina means the present Delhi.
From ages it is our capital.
From many ages, Delhi was the capital for the larger India also. And it was in those days it's called not Delhi. Delhi is the name given afterwards. But it was Hastina. The actual name of, original name of Delhi.
So they were king out at the same time.
Yeah.
They were kings at the same time.
Yeah.
But no link of
But
family.
Hastina was the same place as Delhi now.
Yes, Hastina. It was Hastinapura, Hastina.
Pura means city.
Puram in city.
Hastinapura.
It was a city. So, this Shantanu was the king of larger area of India and with his capital Hastina. And this Divodasa, he was the king of this Varanasi area. And so Divodasa was at the time contemporary of Shantanu. And Divodasa continued all these Ayurvedic and all these sciences and the education, all these things. And Divodasa's son is Maitreya.
Yeah.
Divodasa.
So son of Divodasa is Maitreya. So Divodasa trained his son Maitreya also in the Vedic wisdom and also Ayurveda, because Maitreya was also an adept in Ayurveda.
Mm.
Naturally, in those days, all the rulers and all the rishis, everybody, they learn invariably. Everybody was, because Ayurveda was You know, in those days, medical science is not,
Did not
especially like going to the college and medicine.
No, no.
It was known to all the people.
Your food should be your, how it is called?
Medicine.
Your medicine.
Yes.
This is the sort
Yes.
of-
So therefore, Maitreya was trained first by his father, because in the tradition, father and mother are the first gurus, first teachers to the children. After that only the child goes to the ashrams of other teachers. That was the tradition.
Ananta, you said, was the ruler of which?
Varanasi.
Vara-
It is
ah,
coming
was the
in
ruler
the
of
same clan.
Varanasi.
Dhanvantari and his son Ketmanta, his son Hemaradha,
Devoda.
his son Devodasa, his son Maitreya. That is the descent.
This is the line.
Is the line. So Devodasa, he trained his son in all these things, and then after this he asked his son to enter the training of, because they are the rulers, they have also to learn the archery and using weapons for protection. And then Maitreya said, my work is different. I came for a different purpose. He explained his father, because Maitreya knows who he was before incarnation itself. They are. So he said, I am a disciple of Parashara. I have to go to him. So please, you have to allow me. I am not born to rule the kingdom. I am not the ruler. But I have a special work, and I have to go to my master, Parashara. I have to get trained by him, because I have to cooperate with the work of the Lord who is coming down. And that is what he told his father, when his father asked him to learn all these other things like weapon using and all this archery and all these things. And then he asked his father, and he said, so I am leaving the kingdom. I am not here to rule the kingdom. But I am thankful that you have trained me basically in the Vedic wisdom and Ayurvedic wisdom and in the spiritual. So now please send me to Parasara, for which I was born. So the father was very happy. It was not like present fellows. He was very happy for this, and he sent his son to Parasara as a disciple to Parasara.
That was chapter 3.
That was chapter 3. And Maitreya has explained to his father, because his father further asked him, and Maitreya has explained his father about the purpose of the advent of the Lord who is coming down.
Oh no, that was chapter 2
Chapter 3 also.
also.
Chapter 2. Chapter 2. This was chapter 2. So he has explained the plan of the coming Lord to his father, because father asked him to explain. So he explained it. And then he went away to Parasara. So that was the end of second chapter. Because I am giving you the content of each chapter, it will be easy for you to appreciate this book.
Is it translated into
No.
English?
Not yet completely, really. This is a time. Because to translate these books is not just like translating any other book. We are just waiting for the when
Right time.
master gives his signal, then it will happen. Yeah, it is not by our wish. That is what I think.
So this was 5,000 years back, and then that Maitreya, you mean that was then Krishna?
Yes, Maitreya was the disciple of
Devadasa.
no.
Parasara.
Parashara. At the top you see.
Parasa, yeah.
Father of Vedavyasa.
Uh-huh.
So Maitreya was trained by him before the birth of Krishna,
Uh-huh.
to prepare, to be prepared when the Lord comes in incarnation,
When Krishna
they should be
comes.
ready.
So when Krishna comes in incarnation,
Yes,
they
for
should
that
be ready.
they prepared. They were all prepared
Mhm,
themselves
mhm,
to cooperate with his work.
mhm.
And when Krishna was born, then automatically Maitreya and all of them they received their instructions from time to time from the Lord, wherever.
They had also this big
Yeah.
war there.
Yes,
in
yeah.
this-
See the Parasara's work. He has a Vedavyasa. Because of Vedavyasa, we know all these things are
Yeah.
existing at that time.
Because all these records,
All these
all
records
these
are maintained
events,
by him.
chronological, historical, these were all recorded. by
Also,
Vedas.
astrological links we have, so that the history is very precise and perfect. We can also check it.
Because at the present, the history is distorted history, what is existing. Normal history, which is taught in the universities, is completely distorted and manipulated history.
This is what Isaac said, no?
Yeah,
The
Master also.
official history is an absolute lie.
Yes.
What is given in the schools and in the books and so on.
Total lie.
And the true history is a scandalous chronicle.
Yes.
That's what he said.
And
So when you
also,
spoken about the revolution in France and so on, this is all nonsense.
Yeah.
This is all
and
nonsense.
also Master made a interesting comment that if in the time of Master Jesus Christ, is there any person
A
like
person like
Vedavyasa,
Vedavyasa would have
then it
existed.
will be very good that everybody in the world knows about him. Precisely.
Because Vedavyasa was already there, prepared before the Lord came down.
Yeah.
That is why there was a perfect, true recording of everything. But for Jesus, no such person was there to record all the true events.
Absolutely.
That is why you have all confusions and all these things.
Can only go into the Akasha.
Yeah.
This is the only thing where the true.
And
Yeah.
also in the time of Rama, we have also
Valmiki.
Valmiki.
See, and that is why Valmiki and Vedavyasa, they are so important, because Valmiki was contemporarily existing and he has recorded everything in Ramayana, what has happened exactly. And their recording is not only just incidents, but they have given all the astronomical, astrological correspondence also, because anybody from any time can calculate back
Yeah.
and verify this through the astrological and astronomical things. This
Yeah, yeah.
is the proof.
This is what your father said. If every book is now disappearing on planet Earth,
Yeah.
we can rewrite everything
Yes.
if we understand
Yeah.
astronomy and astrology.
Yeah.
So all the books can be destroyed, but it is there. It's the eternal book.
Yes. That is what the rishis and the masters, they are very highly
That
intelligent.
is what all the Vedic texts are of. Vedic texts, they are revelations. They get them and then we have book afterwards.
And then the third chapter of this book is, this is in another dimension. It is a chapter in which it explains how the black forces, they influence the rulers, because now the blind king, see here, after I told you, Shantanu, this you remember always. Shantanu is the younger brother of Devapi. Actually, Devapi should be the ruler, but Devapi Utkumi. But Devapi refused to be a ruler, therefore he went to Maitreya to work with Maitreya to Parasara. So then Shantanu became the ruler. So after Shantanu, then Bhishma, he has promised his father he will never take up as a ruler for the marriage of his father, he made a promise.
What?
Therefore, after Santanu, Bhishma should be the king, but he has not taken up because he has promised to his father. So Bhishma always remained as a protector of the kingdom, but not a ruler.
Ah, yeah. Krishna.
Bhishma. He was a very,
Yeah, yeah.
very valorous, but very lawful person. Very truthful, very lawful, very valorous. That is why he did not break his promise.
Mm.
Even though Satyavati asked him to fulfill the purpose, but he said, I cannot break the promise which I have given to my father. I will not take up the kingdom as a ruler, and I also will not marry in this life. These two things he has promised his father. So Satyavati, when she has two sons with Shantanu, so these two sons, they are brothers of Bhishma, younger brothers of Bhishma. Not from his mother, but from his stepmother. For Bhishma, he always considered her, Satyavati also, as his own mother, because he is a well-behaved person. So their link is like that, as a one son and one mother, like that always. So he wanted to protect his two brothers who were born to her, but those are worthless fellows. They are not like this. So one of them has died very earlier, and another was very much in form aspect, in physical attractions and all these things. So afterwards he also died. So therefore, then Satyavati was very much worried, as I told you earlier. She called Vedavyasa, and Vedavyasa, with his power, spiritual power, he could create this Dhritarashtra, the blind king. So this is the blind king, Dhritarashtra.
Ah,
And his brother was Panduraja. I told you the son of Satyavati, he married two girls from the royal family. So one of the lady, she got Dhritarashtra as her son, and another lady gave to birth to Panduraja. And then when Vedavyasa told her to come once again to have another child, so she felt shame, and she sent another lady, and she got, as I told you, Vidura, the very pious man. So these are the three of this generation. And afterwards, this Dhritarashtra got 100 sons. This you know. The wicked fellows. They are called Kauravas. And Panduraja, he got 5 sons. These 5 sons, the eldest one is called Yudhishthira. The second one is called Bhima. The third one is called Arjuna. The fourth one is called Nakula. And the fifth one is called Sahadeva. These are the 5 sons of Pandu.